I'm really excited today because I'm trying this product, Hairprint, which is an all-natural hair dye. This is free of dyes, PPD, PTD, coal tars, ammonia, alcohol, parabens. It's all 100% natural, and it's the only product like this of its kind in the hair industry. So I'm going to walk you guys through the whole thing, how I apply it to my hair, you know, what that whole process looks like, and then we'll show you the results. I have high hopes for this, so fingers crossed, and then we'll go through the pros and cons of the product afterwards. Let's just get right into this. Let's just talk about my gray hairs for a second. I've had premature gray hair for a long time, many years, and I just dye my hair its natural color just to do gray coverage, and that's where Hairprint is supposed to really work its magic, because it's actually not dyeing your hair but restoring it to its natural color. I do have quite a bit of growth, new hair growth in there, which is really good for this product. I think I've got like an inch or an inch and a half of white hair growth, and I don't know how much gray I am, but it's pretty significant, so let's do this. Alright, I've used their Prepare shampoo, which is step one. It just comes in a little package and you just soap it up in your hair. It's very sudsy, it lathers a lot. That's my kitty over there. And you just let that soak into your hair for anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes, depending on the coarseness of your hair. But I think the longer you let it sit, then the better chance the product has to have access to your hair and absorb and kind of imprint onto your hair. So yeah, I'm gonna let it go for about 15 minutes, and then in the meantime I'm going to basically mix their Restore liquid with their Restore powder. There's 2 sets of these. So that's ready to go once I come out. Yeah. Just gonna apply some oil along my scalp so it doesn't get, oops, in my ears. Okay, so when you put in the powder and the liquid and you start mixing it together, it takes on this reddish hue, which they talk about in the instructions here, and then you just mix it together and it begins to thicken, and then it turns black. And they say don't be alarmed, because that does not indicate the color of that, you know, that you're going to be left with, of the dye or whatever you want to call it. And then once you mix it together, you have to use it within sort of 6 minutes. So I do have some help here, and basically once you apply it, then you leave it in for 20 minutes. So yeah. Okay, so I'm really glad that I had help doing that. I think it would have been super messy for me to do it on my own. We managed to keep things pretty clean in the bathroom. We kind of removed all the towels and anything that would be worried about getting dirty. These things are awesome. My mom brought these with her, so we each had one just to prevent, you know, us from getting things dirty. And then just definitely applying the oil like everywhere on your head, not just your hairline and ears, but just all over your face. That way you can just kind of wipe off any of the product that gets on there. Obviously I'm going to take a shower afterwards and just remove anything else that's any other marks on my skin. But yeah, now we're just going to wait for this to sit in and then do it all over again, and then use their basically shampoo that they have and conditioner. And then we'll be able to see the final results. So it's going pretty good so far. Okay, so we're applying around 2 right now, and we're gonna let that sit in for another 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're going to rinse and condition the hair, and yeah, we'll see the results. I thought this was like a shampoo, but it's actually, this is called Complete Step. And again, you're mixing a powder and a liquid, and you're leaving it in for 15 minutes. And so after this, I just rinse and condition my hair with the conditioner that I have, and I'm done. So this has taken 3 hours, and there's been 3 steps, and each step is like work. and it's messy. So I didn't expect for it to take this long and to be so arduous. I'm really tired right now. It's past my bedtime. So I'm going to pick this video up tomorrow to do the full sort of review. But yeah, I just don't know if I can see myself spending like hours and hours doing this every couple months. I don't know. I guess we'll see for the final result, but I'm ready for bed. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, it's the next day. It's been almost 24 hours since I have applied Hairprint into my hair, and I'm going to break down the pros and cons and give you an overview of the coverage and let you know my final thoughts on this product and this whole experience. Okay, so in terms of coverage, which is probably the most important thing, I would say it covered about 75% of my grays, which, considering that it took almost 3 hours to apply, I think is not a great result. If it had taken an hour or an hour and a half, which would have been more reasonable, and I got the same result, you know, I think that would have been more satisfactory. But for it to take 3 hours and it be so messy and it's such a hassle, and it's not like you can kind of relax throughout the whole thing, you know, it's very sort of full on and hands on. So to only have sort of 75, maybe 80% coverage at the end of it, you know, is less than desired for sure. Apparently, the more you apply the product, the more you use it, the better results that you can get. Some people complain that it leaves your hair feeling dry at the scalp. I haven't had that experience. I find that it has left my hair feeling strong, and I do really like the, you know, the color and the richness. It's very much my natural color, which is what it's supposed to do. I love that there's no toxins involved at all, so that makes me feel really good. And then the coverage itself, you know, there's definitely still some grays in there. It's not super noticeable, so I think there's that kind of pro and con, natural versus full coverage. And I think the result in itself is not a deal breaker, but what is kind of a deal breaker to me is just the length of time that this whole thing takes. So there's 4 steps. Each step involves mixing powders and liquids together, you know, mixing it together, then the application process, which is quite messy, then letting it sit in your hair for a period of 15 minutes, and then in some cases washing it out and then reapplying another product. So 4 steps in total to only get 75% coverage is really arduous. And Kitty, she doesn't need to get her hair printed at all. She's got beautiful hair. So for it to be a 3-hour process and then only get that kind of result in the end is not, you know, the greatest, right? And I don't necessarily see myself kind of going through that hassle like every couple of months. It's so different than the salon experience, that someone's taking care of everything for you and you feel really pampered, and it's very relaxing throughout the whole thing, and you can be on your phone or read a magazine or whatever. It's all like a very enjoyable experience. Whereas just like doing this application yourself and then everything being so messy and then having to wipe it all down, like that combined with a kind of mediocre result, I feel that this product has a long way to go. But I'll be watching for updates to see if the process and technology has improved. And I really, really hope in the next decade we can get to a point where we have 100% coverage, or, you know, as good of a product as chemical hair dyes, but with all natural ingredients. I really think that we're on our way, and I hope we can get there, but we're just not there yet. I was hoping this product that's supposed to be revolutionary, you know, would be the exception, but it's not there yet either.